Hello, Taurus, and welcome to Ultra Instinct Tarot. My name is Andres, and I will be the one taking care of you for this reading. As always, I will be using the help from these three homies. So I'll just make these look a little more organized, and we will go ahead and get started. Taurus with the Emperor. Nice. This is very Taurus energy. This is where you want to be. The Emperor, he is in control of his life. He is like a bull. He creates the rules and he follows them. Authority. He has structure. This is very masculine energy. The number 4. Major Arcana. Protection. Discipline. The Emperor is our ability to structure, organize, protect, and create stability. Yeah, you know all about that, don't you, Taurus? He does this through developing rules and systems, fostering discipline, creating boundaries, honoring values, ruling with authority. As such, he accomplishes all his tasks with a fearsome efficiency. He's also a protective figure who is unafraid of conflict and will defend his borders without hesitation. You may be surrounded by chaos, but harnessing your inner Emperor can help bring a sense of calm. How can you become more assertive and stand up for yourself, your values, and your beliefs, either at work or within relationships? What in your life needs organization, discipline? What areas could benefit from a firm hand? Interesting. So you're learning to be like this Emperor. So get disciplined. When it comes to reaching your goals, try to take a step-by-step approach. Break the big picture down into smaller targets that are attainable with daily effort. For example, if you want to finish writing that novel, commit yourself to writing a small amount every day. And my dog was barking loud. I don't know if you heard while I was reading that. So I think that's the key words here for the Emperor in the beginning of our reading, Taurus, is get disciplined. When it comes to reaching your goals, try to take a step-by-step approach. Break the big picture down into smaller targets that are attainable with daily effort. For example, if you want to finish writing that novel, commit yourself to writing a small amount every day. Nice. And then the 6 of Cups, or not the Cups, but the 6 of Pentacles. That's some good stuff. We're in the 6. We're in the Minor Arcana now, so we are in the Tree of Life of the Pentacles. 6 is beauty. This is the mirrored version of the number 1, the 1. Mirrored. And so this is a good place to be. That is a home. That is our home. That is not the first home, but it is the home. 6 of Pentacles. It's probably the home that is created with this Emperor energy. Generosity, charity, sharing, gifts, assistance, and support is what the 6 of Pentacles is about. This is the card of generosity and charity during moments of great need. This story has 2 different perspectives, those of giver and receiver. In a moment of desperation, the fool searched for help and found a benefactor. Nice. Or she can be the giver, overcoming adversity. She has learned in her moment of scarcity that one person's help could make all the difference. Ain't that the truth? This card asks us to examine our feelings towards gifts. What do you have to give? What are you looking to receive? Whether it is material goods, emotional gifts, or the gift of time? How does both giving and receiving affect you? Are you uncomfortable when receiving? Where does that stem from, and what assumptions are you making? My dog barked as if in confirmation. And look at that. Now we have the 10 of Rainbows, which is the 10 of Pentacles. We are the world. This is what you want. This is like everybody being the emperor without actual any rules to follow, because rules are just guidelines to help. But if nobody needs the guidelines anymore, then we can just set the rules aside and just be our emperor ourselves, in this energy of giving and receiving. And yeah, look at that. That's very giving and receiving. 10 of Rainbows, which is the physical, which is the earth. Look at that. Yeah. Humanity is depicted here as a rainbow of beings dancing around the mandala of the earth, with their hands joined together in joy and gratitude for the gift of life. More about gifts. That's interesting, Taurus. You got some gifts coming, or you're giving. This card represents a time of communication, of sharing the riches that each of us brings to the whole. More of that sharing. Interesting. There is no clinging here, no grasping. It is a circle without fear of feelings of inferiority, and superiority. When we recognize the common source of our humanity, the common origins of our dreams and longings, our hopes and fears, we are able to see that we are all joined together in the great miracle of existence. When we can combine our tremendous inner wealth to create a treasure of love and wisdom that is available to all, we are linked together in the exquisite pattern of eternal creation. Well, that sounds nice, doesn't it? When thousands and thousands of people around the earth are celebrating, singing, dancing, ecstatic, drunk with the divine, there is no possibility of any global suicide. With such festivity and with such laughter, I'm gonna let my dog in. Come on. Where? Luna. She's whining at the door, and then I open the door and she doesn't want to come in. Does that sound like you, Taurus? About this giving and receiving crap? Look how happy she is now that she's inside the room. Yeah, how happy would that be? Isn't that a cool? And it won't be possible unless you think it's possible. With such festivity and with such laughter and with such sanity and health, with such naturalness and spontaneity, how can there be a war? Life has been given to you to create and to rejoice and to celebrate. When you cry and weep, when you are miserable, you are alone. When you celebrate, the whole existence participates with you. Only in celebration do we meet the ultimate, the eternal. Only in celebration do we go beyond the circle of birth and death. Alright. Breakthrough. Okay. Did we just get a breakthrough, Taurus? Let's go. 11. Nice. You've been wishing this for a while. Breakthrough. The predominance of red in this card indicates at a glance that its subject is energy, power, and strength. Look at that. More red. There's been red in all of these. The brilliant glow emanates from the solar plexus, or center of power on the figure, and the posture is one of exuberance and determination. All of us occasionally reach a point when enough is enough. At such times it seems we must do something, anything, even if it later turns out to be a mistake, to throw off the burdens and restrictions that are limiting us. If we don't, they threaten to suffocate and cripple our very life energy itself. If you are now feeling that enough is enough, allow yourself to take the risk of shattering the old patterns and limitations that have kept your energy from flowing. In doing so, you will be amazed at the vitality and empowerment this breakthrough can bring to your life. To transform breakdowns into breakthroughs is the whole function of a master. The psychotherapist simply patches you up. That is his function. He is not there to transform you. You need a metapsychology, the psychology of the Buddhas. It is the greatest adventure in life to go through a breakdown consciously. It is the greatest risk because there is no guarantee that the breakdown will become a breakthrough. It does become, but these things cannot be guaranteed. But look at this. Your chaos is very ancient. For many, many lives you have been in chaos. It is thick and dense. It is almost the universe in itself. So when you enter into it with your small capacity, of course there is danger. But without facing this danger, nobody has ever become integrated. Nobody has ever become an individual, indivisible. Zen or meditation is a method which will help you go through the chaos, through the dark night of the soul, balanced, disciplined, alert. The dawn is not far away, but before you can reach the dawn, the dark night has to be passed through. And as the dawn becomes closer, the night will become darker. Ooh, and then the sun comes up. Okay, that was pretty dope. That was pretty cool. Very nice, Taurus. Everything is lined up. That's really cool. The sun and the Lord of the fire of the world. Yeah, and this is a lot of major arcanas, I guess. There's only a little bit. There's only being happy about what's going on and sharing it and celebrating with other people. And then everything else is kind of just happening. We just gotta enjoy what's going on, Taurus. Where are you heading? Give forth thy light to all without doubt. The clouds and shadows are no matter for thee. Make speech and silence, energy and stillness, twin forms of thy play. Every man and every woman is a star. Yeah. So, the twin babies in the Fool card and the children and the bride and groom and the lovers are earlier tarot incarnations of the two dancing children we find in this Sun card. According to Crowley, they represent the male and female, eternally young, shameless and innocent. They are dancing in the light, and yet they dwell upon the earth. They represent the next stage which is to be attained by mankind, in which complete freedom is alike the cause and result of the new axis of solar energy upon the earth. Ooh. And we end it with the Prince of Discs. Interesting. Look at that. A bull. What the... Okay. What is going on, Taurus? What is going on? The Prince of Discs. Okay. This is the heir of Earth. The symboled bowl. The Prince of Discs is a devil. I've been a whole week on him, and he is engendering a nervous breakdown in me, coupled with starvation, as he gives me no time to eat. He is a bastard. However, I hope I have caught him today. He swells, and I can't get him in the picture with all the farm produce and bulls you suggest. That was Lady Harris to Crowley on a date uncertain. But that kind of gives you the idea of the personality of the Prince of Disc. A devil indeed, but what a devil. I don't think it's a good idea to put too many princes of discs, interesting, I want to say darkness, that's cool, in the same room. These fellows changed the world with their great energy brought to bear upon the most solid of practical matters. Consider this short roster of princes of discs: Marcus Aurelius, William Shakespeare, Catherine the Great, Thomas Jefferson, Robespierre, Ulysses S. Grant, Sigmund Freud, Karl Marx, Nikolai Lenin, Adolf Hitler, Emperor Hirohito, Robert Oppenheimer, Harry Truman, Golda Meir, and Saddam Hussein. You and I, however, are more likely to run into what I call the garden variety Prince of Discs, and by garden variety I mean just that. Harris's prince is seated in a chariot filled with globular seeds that seem to be ready to burst into plants at any moment. He's a very cool character. His eyes are closed in meditation, as if he were mentally directing the brooding fecundity of the entire universe. He is the picture of someone who is in control of the material plane. He may seem a bit dull and emotionless, but he's not. He's just not a snob, and he doesn't bother with things he considers impractical. He's the ultimate handyman. Crowley confirms that assessment, telling us that he is competent, ingenious, thoughtful, cautious, trustworthy, and perturbable. He consistently seeks new uses for common things. His darkest card of the suit of discs, full of rich browns and blacks. Yeah. That sounds nice, huh, Taurus? Alright, we'll finish with... Oh, alright. Nice. Yep. It's happening now. It's happening fast. Big changes fast. So, coasting time is officially over. Big changes are coming, and they're coming fast. If you don't like them, this is called the door, and you can walk right through it. And then, I think it's Oscar that says, these sound like good ideas. Well, wouldn't we like them? Good changes are coming, and they're coming at you fast. And they're good. Yup. Let's go. This is you taking control. This is a good Emperor card. Don't give up on your dreams. Dwight Schrute is manager. Your dream is right in your face. You did it. You finally did it. Yeah. Dwight even left Dunder Mifflin when he thought he wouldn't be manager anymore, and look at him now. He became manager. Who would have thought? And while you're living that dream, become the manager of yourself. Take control of that human vessel and watch it do wonders. Be who you've always wanted to be. Stand up, be proud, and say, Dwight Schrute is manager.